Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Hope this is finding you well. Today's video is gonna, again, serve a dual purpose. One, to remedy the fact that I don't have a video actually introducing myself. This probably should have been the first video I made, but do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. You should be aware of this at this point. The second reason why I'm making this video is basically to stall for time, because I'm doing research for a script I'm writing on Hunchback and Journey to the West, because I had to figure out some way to talk about both books. Yeah, you'll be able to see that if you want to when it comes out. When that'll be, I don't know. But for now, I know it's never a good idea to ask for patience from the internet, so this video, it's getting done right now. As you read in the lovely title, I'm doing the BookTube newbie tag because I am a newbie both to BookTube and getting back into books again, more seriously this time than ever before in my life. And I'm really loving it, and I thought this tag would just be super appropriate. So without further ado, question number one, why did I start this channel? I started it literally to dump, as I've been saying, just so I would have a place to store my more extensive thoughts, where I do like writing them down, I do like journaling, but I didn't want to end up writing pages upon pages when I know that I just have so much I want to release sometimes, like in my Hunchback vlogs. I took bullet pointed notes for some of the things, but I didn't contain everything that I had to say in those little pages. So I made it as a vehicle for me to store my thoughts and keep them just for my own personal use, and also to motivate myself to keep reading, because sometimes we have these flights of fancy wherein we pick up a hobby again, but we let it go a little bit too easily. And I just found myself enjoying reading again so much. I didn't want that to happen. So I thought investing creative energy into a YouTube channel would kind of be almost insurance against that. Essentially, holding myself hostage, you have to do this. You can't let it go undone.
Do it. Keep reading, make the videos.
So essentially weaponizing my perfectionist tendencies and fears of failure in order for me to keep doing something. When I put it like that, it sounds not so fun, but it is, I swear to God. Question number two, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? This face. I think my artistic streak, because I don't necessarily intend for this channel just to be about books or just a BookTube channel. I want it to kind of encompass whatever I'm doing, and a lot of that will probably be art. I intend to make more artistic videos, and I also definitely wanted to incorporate art in a BookTube sense, so maybe drawing an author while I'm talking about something, or a character from a book. I'm not sure if I should incorporate that into my long-form essay-ish video that I'm working on now. So if you would like to maybe see me draw my rendition of Sun Wukong for that, that might be fun. So let me know. I'm a little bit conflicted on that part. What are you most excited about for this new channel? Meeting new people, basically. I'm really starting a new chapter of my life, what with going off to college, and a lot of other personal events have just led me to feel like I've really hit a chapter end on my life. I feel like creating this channel now is such a perfect segue into that new chapter of my life, and if I'm able to meet new people when I'm making this transition, I feel like it would just be made that much more emotionally rewarding. And the idea of just getting to share my ideas and receive new perspectives from other people who are as invested in creative outlets and art as me it just seems really exciting. So hopefully that kind of applies as an answer to the question. Why do you love reading? That's a hard question. There's just so much you can get out of a book. You can get the cultural zeitgeist of a place at a time. You can get philosophy. You feel like you have new friends when you get emotionally invested in certain characters. You get to escape your real life for a little bit and kind of slip into the unreal. You get to explore both the grotesque and the sublime aspects of humanity. And there's just so much to love about reading. Even just loving the musicality of it is enough for me sometimes. Also, looking into the context of books, both like the history of the author and the time that produced it, the culture that produced it. Looking into that, researching that is really interesting to me, and seeing everything that goes into making one piece of art is just so fascinating. What book or book series got you into reading? Of course, Harry Potter was there, but when I was younger, the thing that kicked it off for me was definitely Percy Jackson. I inhaled those books, I gulped them up like they were air, just whizzed through them like lightning. That was awful. I was just addicted to those. And all my friends were reading them too, so it was like a social thing, and it was very easy to get into it. But the thing that got me back into it more recently was reading Beloved for school. Oh my gosh, that book is my current favorite, not only because Morrison's diction, her prose is just so moving and exquisite. Also, I just became so... the twist. I can vividly recall just sitting there with my mouth hung open, and I had to like rip my face up from the page, which I had previously been glued to, and I just had to digest the information I'd just been given. I hadn't had any piece of art really impact me that strongly in a while. It tossed me headfirst back into reading as a hobby, and I'm really happy it did. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? I would ask Emmy about perseverance and what it means to her. I know that she suffered from a concussion and is still dealing with the aftermath of that, but she still maintained reading and all of these things. I can see in all her videos the spirit of continuing on for herself and to pursue that intellectual curiosity that she has, that thirst for life that is just so abundant in all of her videos and that I so admire her for. Since I see this virtue in her that I want to cultivate in myself, I would just ask her, what is perseverance to you? How do you feel you've embodied perseverance throughout this past year and a half or so since your concussion? So, yeah. And last but not least, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Probably new ideas for videos, because now that I've done a reading vlog, I feel like I can never do it again, which is absolutely ridiculous because every single book I read will give me a brand new experience, and that emotional reaction, that connection I have to it will make new content. But because that it would be under the title of reading vlog, for some reason some part of me has trouble with allowing myself to do that format again. So breaking out of that, while simultaneously not just making the same videos over and over again. Like, I understand that mentality I have about reading vlogs is not correct, but I also don't want all of my videos to be the same. So striking some sort of golden mean in between, allowing myself to revisit certain formats, but also not just doing the same thing over and over again. That's definitely a conflict I'm gonna have waging on. I can definitely feel that being the biggest challenge that I have to sort of vanquish, the mindset that I have to break free from. And with that, we've reached the end of the questions. Thank you so much for watching, so much for hearing me dump as per usual. Definitely let me know if I should do an art time lapse to kind of be paired with my philosophical analyses of Monkey King and Hunchback. Still unsure about how I'm going to present that video. Hit all those buttons down below, subscribe for even more dumpage, and I'll see you guys next time.